All right. Okay. Hi, everybody. So, if you didn't tune in last week, this is Tara and my mate.
My name's Connor. Hi.
Hi, I'm Connor. And
Why you do that voice?
we need more friends. I know, that's bollocks.
Yeah, that is bollocks. Right, so basically we started a podcast last week with our first episode, which is like our pilot. So we were kind of just figuring it out. And now we are back for episode 2.
Yeah. And last week in our episode 1, we had no name for our podcast. And basically we realised after we finished recording that...
If we could ask our friends, what would they be? And they're like, oh, we don't have any.
We don't really have a big circle of friends, you know. We just kind of have each other. And we decided to name it We Need More Friends. On that note, Connor, where can people find us?
You can find us on Instagram, where all the kids are at nowadays. We Need More Friends. Our Mixcloud is where we put up our first episode last week. And hopefully by the end of this week for episode 2, everything will be up on iTunes.
Why do you keep clicking your fingers?
Spotify,
it's hilarious.
Because you're not wearing shoes and it's making me
I know,
very
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Also, if you're a golden oldie, our email address is weneedmorefriends@gmail.com. You can also carrier pigeon us at... Oh no, we're joking.
Yeah, exactly. But that is important to know the email address because we are doing a new feature called Select Song of the Week, where we will pick an Irish artist or maybe just a random song by someone who's not very known and slap it on at the end. But if you are or know anybody who would be interested
in that feature, let us know.
Absolutely.
And it does not matter what genre it is. We want to hear absolutely everything. We're not picky. I actually love
just
every time.
Just like you with your fellas.
Here we go. Let's track Tara because she's single.
Right, okay. We'll kick it off with something I thought was very funny during the week.
Okay, what you find really funny? Because you find everything really funny.
Why are you so patronising?
Do you know why? Because I feel like I need to make my presence a little bit bigger.
Okay, there's your microphone gone off. As I was saying...
What I was saying was I feel like I need to make my presence a little bit bigger because I have no shoes on and I'm 5 foot nothing.
You've got really big feet.
I have they're a size 4 foot.
They look like diving boards. I'm just kidding.
I'm a great swimmer.
Right, so what I found during the week was an article about something that you can relate to if you still live at home, which we both do at the minute. My mother does consider kicking me out on a daily basis, but she hasn't yet.
We're like stepbrothers living.
Yeah, literally.
We're the living
I'm
versions.
actually 36. You can call me Dragon. But the point is, a stepdad during the week caught his stepson, we'll call him, with a visitor, an overnight visitor, a sleepover club as I like to call it.
Okay.
And
did they bring pajamas?
Did they sleep over? Did they? What noise did I make?
Oh my god!
But the point is, the father took to not Instagram's Twitter, and he literally documented the whole about 13 or 14 tweets. He even had pictures, and a guy, like a regular guy, doesn't have much followers on Twitter or whatever else.
I'd be really weird. Honestly, first of all, having the time to do that. Okay, I'm just going to take a picture of my stepson's antics and upload it online. Would he not just walk up the stairs and be like, son?
See, no, because it's not really his son, so he's kind of like a laddie thing. It's like, look, lads. But the point is that he caught that there was a spare pair of runners beside the door, which is an amateur mistake, I must say.
That is an amateur move, in fairness. Bring everything, even the kitchen sink if you need to. If the girl's wearing perfume or he's wearing aftershave, it's kind of like a goal.
Yeah, go in for Febreze.
Right, okay, so go on.
He tweeted the picture being like, right, no one in this house wears white shoes, which is weird. And he's like, oh, strange. He goes, you know what, I think I know what's happening. There's somebody upstairs we'll call him Benjamin.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
If you click your fingers one more time. And this week, actually, guys, me and Connor have a different setup, so we're a little bit closer, so I can't actually punch him if he annoys me. And also...
Correct. What?
In my house, maybe it's just that we're one of those typical Irish houses that has 24 million pairs of shoes at the front door. They obviously don't have many visitors if that's the case.
But see, the point is, if you're in your own house and you know something that's not, you're not used to it now, what the hell is that ducked under?
It's definitely like pair of white shoes. They're not belong to us anyway.
No,
Ours
Jesus, no.
will be covered in turf mould.
They wouldn't do well in the yard, so they wouldn't. But the point...
So, yeah, go on anyway.
The point is, he documented to a point, and then the son came down the stairs, his stepson, we call him Benjamin, as his name
and
is.
the high five at the end of the stairs.
No. He came down the stairs in his underwear and picked up the girl's shoes, like, nonchalantly, as in, like, oh, look, it's just what happens every day. Clearly doesn't. And he just kind of gave that stepdad a nod. And the stepdad just tweeted, he's like, I gave him the wink. So we know what's going on.
I think that's a bit weird.
No, it's not. Because the mother was up and about walking around after he went back up the stairs.
Right.
And the mother goes to work at like 2 o'clock, I think your man said. And he's like, oh, she comes down, does her bits, and goes for a lie down.
So he thought he had it sussed. He thought, right, Ma's out with the house, nobody's here. Let's bring the little bit of a lady home.
Yes, exactly.
I see. So he actually got caught rotten, basically.
But he didn't. So I presume the mother knows it went viral. Like, she's like, jeez, those runners, that looks like my house.
Oh, wouldn't you die? Do you know the way, like, even here in work, like, we'd all go up in the morning and you'd hear all the gossip. Could you imagine going into work and be like, so I heard your son had a good night?
Oh my God, yeah.
You die.
30,000 retweets. Did you not clean the house the way, Sheila? No, it's a bit dirty.
But, like, I still find that story a little bit weird. I'm like, right, okay, he put
Why?
a lot of effort into the fact that his stepson got a bit...
I think it's funny because when the first tweet probably went like 10,000 likes, he probably was like, oh look, we'll keep it up.
Do we know what the girl's reaction was to that?
No,
I'd say she just kind of went beeline for the front door.
See you later, mate.
See you later.
But it's so relevant because obviously it happens to everybody. We're in our 20s, 24 and 25.
Yeah.
Both living at home.
Well, now, I'm only recently moved back home, so I did the whole college thing and all that kind of jazz. And work brought me home, but... there was those instances when I was, a little bit younger and I was still living at home before college, that you would have the local boyfriend that plays in the GA team that lives down the road type thing. I was one of those. And...
Can I just interject for one thing?
Yeah. What
is the story with people liking people who play in amateur sport? They're never going to get paid for it.
Well, it's not all about the money, Connor. It's not all about the money. So you're telling me if you've seen an absolute fine thing walk by the door there, and if she wasn't... what
are you trying to get at here?
I have no idea where I was going.
This is a weird bad argument.
You're just after saying, like, what is it about GA lads when they're playing amateur? It's not about the game. Some of them are just nice guys. They're just local guys that all play GA.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know? You can.
Yeah, great.
Do you play GA?
I used to. Not anymore.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I have county medals, by the way. I actually did. Yeah, I'll bring them next week. And you know what we'll do?
What?
We'll do a wager. If I can't supply...
Okay, right.
If I can't supply a county medal next week, like a club county medal, obviously.
Okay.
We'll get a garlic dip from Domino's. The big one that looks like a yogurt. And if I can't find one, which is probably
I'm gagging
likely,
even thinking about this.
you have to drink it.
No, okay. No, because
Instagram.
I actually didn't disagree that you didn't have county medals.
Oh, no. Your attitude spoke.
Well, what I'll do is I will raise you with 2 Irish dance and fesh medals.
Oh, God.
To your 1 county medal.
Make a difference. We're not having this conversation. The point is...
Right.
We're both at home. We can both relate to this story.
Yes.
And I feel like you have like a...
I would, yeah. Like if I dig deep into the little filing cabinet in my head, the little filing cabinet in my head. Yes, I have one specific memory.
Right, okay, let's go.
Of my mother, right? And I'm not sure whether this is just in my household, but right. As I was saying about the GA player, I was going out with the local GA player and we were after going down to the local and we were after having a few orange juices as I tend to do. And we were walking up the road having the giggles, the laughs, stopped at the front wall of the house. Do you know...
Stopped at the front wall for what?
Stopped at, he lived
Check
down
the
there.
post.
Shut up, right? He had a bit of a snug on the wall or whatever. And the next thing, I turned around. Here's my mother standing in her dressing gown at the gate, arms closed, staring at the two of us, this deathly stare that I'll never forget. I didn't say a word, didn't say good night to him, nothing. I just walked straight into the house.
I'm just going to go in and bury my head.
I didn't see him ever again. I don't even know whether he's living in
But the point is, like, I think it's going to get worse because obviously people can't move out of their houses because it's so expensive at the minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you have like a really good tent that you're proud of that survived EP maybe, and you're planning a field, you can do what you want then.
None of my tents ever survived a festival. I was that person that got blown away. Like, I'm just useless at making tents.
Well, look, we'll just let that one slide. But the point is, I've had the same situation where my mum will actually make a show of me rather than like be like, give out.
Oh yeah.
So let's say,
once you grow up a little bit, like,
for instance, it's just not a bad.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah. My mum once asked, "Have I met you before?" And her answer was no. But look,
now I won't lie. I was going out with a guy as well, and I was the one on the receiving end, where I was the one in the house. In his house.
The receiving end of what?
No, I know. As in, like, do you know the way I'm saying that it was my mother? People, if you actually could see him right now, he's been such an immature little boy. Right, okay. So I was on the receiving end of his mother.
The mother sass.
First of all, she had the cheek to call me the wrong name.
Oh, wow.
And I was going out with him quite a while now at this stage. But he called me his ex name. She called me his ex name. Oh. And then, do you know that awkward moment when someone in a house that you don't own is getting et? And you're like right there. I love the way did you just go to yawn? You just went to yawn.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Your story was really good, I promise.
Anyway, yeah, it's not nice. It's not a nice feeling. And look, maybe we should consider moving out, lads.
Yeah.
Jeez. No. I don't think I could deal with all that adulting all at once.
No, that'd be so difficult. Like, I'm only starting to learn how to use a microwave properly now. God, my mother would be so embarrassed of me.
A microwave.
Anyway, Irish women are ugly on us. That's all that matters.
I heard about this and I'm not impressed. I feel rather victimised by the whole lot. And Conor, do you want to tell the bar of soap story?
What the hell? Like, I've never seen a person get so hated overnight compared to Donald Trump. Azealia Banks, right? You had one song called the 212, which is a banger. I like it.
Conor, that's because you're into that kind of thing. I like my indie bandy music, which is like, it's absolute lyrics.
Stop making this into an advertisement for your life. Nobody wants to date you. I'm sorry, okay?
I know. I'm just gonna have to accept that.
But the point is, everyone, you also read the stories about Azealia Banks during the week and calling Irish women ugly because she got offended by what a steward said.
Steward,
like, come on.
Honestly, like, whatever about you falling out with someone personally, but then to just go nationwide with your abuse and whatever, like honestly,
imagine, let's say we take Azealia Banks is to us. Imagine Daniel O'Donnell done that to the older generation. Dublin would be on fire.
Hold on now. I love the way you categorised the older generation. I can tell you one thing, yes. Conor Woods. I would have went to a couple of different social dancing events, and obviously not originally my choice.
Social dancing events. Are you for real?
Just hear me out.
Where are you living?
Hear me out, okay?
1950s.
And I am telling you, the amount of young people into Irish country music now is absolutely amazing. You would be so surprised. And I'm going to prove this to you by bringing you to something soon. And I'm going to prove you wrong.
Okay, no, I'm just not going to go.
It's a great night. I'm going to drag you along.
No.
Get your jiving shoes on. Can you jive,
Yes,
actually?
I can. My mother taught me because I was going to
You see?
Back to my story before you interrupted. The point is, she got to the Academy to do her gig, which was sold out. Why was it so late? Shit.
You just said you liked her song.
It's one song, though.
It's people like you.
It's one song.
One hit wonder that you'd still go and see her.
Yeah, but you wouldn't waste 2 hours a night for 3 minutes.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Depends on the situation.
I went to see Wheatus. Teenage Dirtbag. That's the only reason I went.
But the point is, right, after calling Irish women ugly, which is completely untrue, I feel like Irish women are very beautiful compared to like a lot of other places.
You're trying to get is this your like Tinder bio? You're like, Irish women are beautiful.
No, mate.
And all I get is the height of abuse.
So like, you're going to have to just do this one more time. Okay, you're off again. Now let me finish my story. She was at the Academy doing her gig and she decided that she would throw out bars of soap, which I think is ridiculous because the only time I see a bar of soap is my father doesn't use Gillette. He uses like bars of soap to scrub on his face and then he shaves.
It's the Imperial leather soap. Yes.
My God.
Yes, I feel you. But did anybody get hurt?
Did she take out an eye?
If someone absolutely drop kicked a bar of soap at me, like, it hurt. So if she was just like throwing bars of soap out for the crack, like. Yeah,
but I've seen some military films where they put bars of soap in towels and hit people with them. Like, that's dangerous.
This is like a stepbrothers. I'm going to fill this pillowcase full of horse soap.
I beat the shit out of you. But like, where's the health and safety? Like, come on.
But like, did she mean that in an even more vicious way?
I think it is.
Like, she was already after insulting the Irish women.
And she also called us Oompa Loompas.
Like, what?
Yeah, like, we're the palest people in the world. If we had a tramp stamp, it would say Avonmore in this country. Like, we're not orange.
We should patent that idea. Oh, wait.
No. Oh, wait. Jesus Christ, milk brands.
But genuinely, did she mean that in like, girls, you're stinky as well?
That's rude, like.
That's so I like, as much as I didn't like her, I absolutely can't stand her now.
I don't like her now.
I don't like her now, let me tell you that much.
But then again, I looked at her Instagram, right? It's like, 670,000 followers. Grand. I think this is a marketing thing. Like, her career's gone to shit. Hold on, if you're famous, quotation marks, and you're flying from England to Ireland on Aer Lingus, like, maybe you should probably pack it in, mate. Or the fact that you have to branch out into soap.
No.
It's probably a worrying thing about your career.
No, like, she'd be fairly well kicking the end of the bucket if it was Ryanair now she was flying with.
Oh, Jesus. I don't think anybody... No.
Did you say that gig was in the Academy?
The Academy, yeah.
I had a flashback there. My first gig in the Academy was to see Jason Derulo and
Aluga Heights. That's the part of the song.
And I remember getting a little bit pished on, I think it was some sort of apple cider.
You know that we're only 2 episodes in, right? And you have talked about being drunk twice.
And
it's never been, I've had a couple of drinks. No, it was fruitered last week.
But it was like unknowingly that I didn't realise the percentage in this. I was relatively young, and all I can really like imagine is Jason Derulo coming out topless with an Irish flag wrapped around him.
Yeah.
That's my memory of the Academy. But then I stopped drinking and I haven't drank since.
Okay. Anyway, Azealia Banks, when you're listening to this on your commercial flight home, fuck you.
You ignorant pig.
From the women of Ireland. I know I'm not a woman, but I'm speaking on behalf of you all.
Oh, and on that note, Connor,
yes,
actually, just because we can, when we were younger.
What? Hold on, where are we going with this?
Did you have, I'm not going to call it teeny bopper nights out because they weren't.
Well, they were, but in your head at the time, they weren't.
In my head, I was 27 and...
What was that? In my head? All right, Basil Fawlty. Calm down, will you, mate?
Anyway, but here in Tullamore, we had the Harriers, right? And the Harriers was this magnificent place where the sweat fell on you from the roof.
I feel like if the UFC ever come out with like an Irish version, it'd be UFC Harriers.
I'm sitting down.
Yeah, you just need to be quiet for a few minutes.
It really would.
But junior discos were dangerous.
They were.
And sweaty.
Yeah, really, really sweaty. And like, they were just so ridiculous when you think back on it. And by Jesus, when you, like, I have younger brothers and sisters, and if they did half the antics that we used to do, honestly.
Well, see, I think the point is they're doing worse things. We have just become that person when we were that age, like, oh no, they're in their 20s now.
Do you think?
Yeah, we've become that. Yeah.
Or maybe it just seems that we were a little bit bolder in our own heads because nothing was recording it back then.
But really, we're mad innocent.
Yeah, we probably were.
You're recording things like, oh my god. Remember, you used to have a template to text people exes.
And then, oh my god, yeah.
WB.
And
right back.
Right back in TB and... TB is text back, but then I would have been that weirdo that would count the X's to make sure that they were still the right amount.
Sending the same.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Then there was the IOUs that used to live off.
Oh no! And if it was bad,
Oh.
Super IOU.
Yeah, super IOU. Then you ran out of credit and then you were like, right, free call me. They have to call me.
The kids of today don't know the hardship. They
The
don't.
hardship.
I'm sorry.
Absolute hardship. And you know what the best thing was about the older phones? Was
you could build a house out of them.
Well, that, and you could actually change the covers. I used to live for the covers.
Why?
Do you know, like...
You just seem like that. Why you look so excited? Like, it's making me feel ill. Please stop.
Okay.
My God. But the point is, like, I remember when you used to be texting girls when you were younger, right? This sounds like a weird thing to say, right? But you used to be like, if you had no credit, you couldn't talk to anybody. And that's being realistic, because it was just kind of Bebo, but everyone could see your comments on people. And then you would just like, I'd be like, oh, I'm getting off this, send me your number.
Oh my God.
But I'll have to text you tomorrow because I have no credit.
Did you used to have, wait for it, the dial-up connection, where you'd have to wait for the dial-up internet, no?
I don't. Maybe, I don't know.
You definitely did.
Did I?
Here come dial-up
So
connection.
I was 14. So that's 10 years ago.
Yeah, so I remember going in. We had this spare room where the desktop was, and I'd go in and be like, right, I'm going to change my Bebo skin today, see who's after giving me their love. Great day. Had to wait 3 days for the internet to connect, and all you'd hear is,
What was your name on Bebo?
oh my God, you really want to
Yeah.
whooping it up. What is that?
As in like, whoop, there it
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
Wow, that's embarrassing. I had 2 different ones, right?
Oh God,
Yeah,
both
yeah.
business and pleasure.
Oh, it was all pleasure. My first one was Ginger Ninja, right, which was fair enough. But then like I got a skin that was Was it? No, it wasn't ginger. It was a ninja. It was okay, right, and that's the first one, right?
Okay.
And then my second username was
What was it?
Hardcore Penguin 94.
Oh wow.
Yeah. How embarrassing is that?
Wow.
Clear,
That's actually worse than, you know, like your first email address is like sexykitten246 and all that kind of stuff.
Sexy Kitten 246. All about
like,
the titties at yahoo.com.
Oh my God.
No, I'm not saying that was mine, but it may have been. Wasn't.
I tried. Do you know at the time when Bebo was like, we're closing down, lads, you can't get your pictures.
Oh, try and get your pictures
anything."
back.
Tried to get my pictures back. I actually didn't want them back after seeing them. I was like, who is that person? And like, I hope they found trends since that.
If you have a spare minute while you're listening to this, do you have a quick jump into Google? Type in Tara McCormick, and if you can find her eyebrows on her face and any of those pictures that come up, I will personally give you a cash prize.
I think we should start a FundMe page for the actual big the grieving that I've done for my loss of eyebrows. Yeah.
But then again, I find it quite hard to grow armpit hair. I was 6. Why am I saying this? I was 16 before I had armpit hair. Like
I feel like this is more of a confession box rather than a podcast.
Yeah, it's like we're just talking about our dirty secrets.
Maybe we should start calling it instead of we need more friends, as in confession box with Tara and Connor.
Father, forgive me for
Also, we
I have
need more
sinned.
friends.
But the point is we're trying to get to is the fact that you could send pictures back then that weren't bad and you had to have credit, and it was kind of like, oh, you're texting them in another town, like you've seen them when you're 14. It's probably like at a county game or something like that. But now it's changed a lot as in regards you can have instant pictures of people.
It's because it's so accessible. And what was it? Like text messages or SMS, and then multimedia message.
And it were so hard to download.
So hard to download that you would actually be like, do you know what? Don't even bother.
I think that's what the problem is now. I think it's the fact that you have instant gratification. That's why I feel like people who are younger now are finding it hard to stick time at things, because like if you want to check something out, it's there.
Yeah.
If you want to look at a picture, it's there. If you want to play a song you like, it's there. You don't have to wait for it to come on the radio.
Absolutely.
Nothing. Instant gratification. And that's what I think is killing like serious relationships, because it's just like, oh, grand, you're here, you're there, and then it's like, oh, I'm bored of you now, next.
Yeah. See, it is like I feel that it's a catalogue of people that they show you everything that they know that people want to see.
Yeah.
And it just has this idea that, do you know what, I can have anybody that I want that looks
Let me
whatever
just
way.
insert a delicious metaphor. It's like when you get an Argos catalogue at Christmas and you circle everything you want.
That is exactly it.
That's exactly it.
That is it. And like that is why, as you said, people in relationships, like our age, even admit it, at our age, we are like judgy people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we would be.
Yeah. As in, again, like we said in our last episode, we said that you swipe by people on Tinder and you could be swiping by the love of your life.
Yeah.
Because you're judging by their photo.
Yeah.
Do you know, but
this is not going to become a Tinder. We're not Tinder bashing around.
No, we're not at all. We're just saying how funny it is how things have developed and changed in such a short period of time. We're only talking maybe, 5 to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, that's not that long. Do you know, from dial-up connections and looking for IOU credits and to instant gratification from randomers.
Absolutely.
At the touch of a button.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like all you're really doing with the phone is beating on a glass screen, like glass, just glass.
It's just glass. It's literally
It's
gas.
crazy. It's crazy.
And I remember, now this is just with college, I downloaded this app, and while I was doing my thesis, and it was called The Truth in the Age of Social Media. So I was in depth looking at all the different social media platforms. But at the end, I had added up the amount of screen time that I spent on my phone. And I mean, I was disgusted. This was over a period of a couple of months. And what I could have done with that time
yeah,
is absolutely outrageous. And I've kept it in my head, but I'm still very, very bad on my phone.
I think though we're in the industry, we have to be on your social media all the time. I heard a story during the week. The guy who owns Snapchat, his son is only allowed 90 minutes of screen time a week.
Right. And what age is his son?
Like 11.
Oh, sorry, you did say 11. Yeah, and now I completely agree with people and kids not having phones till like a good age.
I'm going to probably piss off a few people here, but I think if you're giving your child a screen to shut them up, you're probably not doing a good job.
You're like...
But like, I don't know because I'm not a parent, but that's just my opinion.
Look, we can't judge. Neither of us are parents, but if you think about it, how did our parents do it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As in, like...
But kids aren't being allowed time to be creative, because when you're bored, that's when you get creative. And I think it's just the worst thing in the world for someone to sit down and, like, I watched my nephew watch a video on YouTube of a child playing with toys when he should be playing with toys.
So that happens every second of every day. Whereas we would have been told, now I lived out in the country and it was great.
Get outside.
And I wouldn't have had it any other way. And the only time that you'd know when to come in is when the lights turn on. And dinner, you're like, bellies begin to grumble. Like, we didn't have phones to ring home. Like, the landline, God forbid you spent more minutes on the landline after 6 o'clock.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. And then the neighbours, you could trust who you're kind of living near. Do you know, like, it's a different time. You don't know who's living around you anymore. It's so broad. Everybody, even though they think they know each other, everybody is strangers.
It's a big circle.
It's a massive circle. Now, we got really deep there,
it was very fast.
And all I want to do is go back to the Harriers and wear my little denim skirt and my Nike Air Max runners and absolutely...
Oh, no. What is that dance?
It's like, what's that?
You're lucky that we've no cameras in here
what's
this
the
week.
song? Don't you know? Bobby Joe. DJ Cammy.
Will you shift, my friend? Yeah, that was good times in the junior discos.
Can we also repeat, just because we're fantastic singers, to let us know if you have any friends who are into music? It might be you, it might be your mother, it might be your sister. Email us or let us know. Send us on your new music, Irish music, any music really, and we will have our select
Song of the week, because our details are now on Instagram. We need more friends. We have our Gmail set up now, and so we're very easy to contact. Or even something that you think that we should talk about,
absolutely.
Or even an agony aunt kind of thing, which would be kind of cool because we've kind of had this idea before. But do let us know. Even if it's relationships, we're both single, but like we can try and help you out.
We can try. It'd probably be absolutely awful advice, but you look. But we are going to get chatting
to
a bit of a right, let's be honest.
Here, will you stop? He's my friend. Can you please stop? It's really weird.
And I sound like I'm like a predator, but no, Aaron is a lovely guy.
Can somebody bring us him up? We're going to be talking to Ireland's Got Talent finalist. You're so red right now.
I know.
Mr. Aaron J. Hart, and we're going to be talking to him in a couple of minutes' time, and we'll be playing his brand new song to finish out this week's podcast. We Need More Friends.
All of the friends.
Alright, so our select song of the week is featuring an Irish artist, Mr. Aaron J. Hart.
Oh, I'm very excited.
Aaron, are you there, my man?
What's going on, guys?
How's things? How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Not too bad. Tara, you going to talk her?
I'm a bit nervous. I'm a bit starstruck, to be quite honest.
All right, it's one of those situations.
Aaron, I hear that you have a new song being released very, very soon, if not already. What is the song? What's it about? Tell us a little bit about it.
It's coming out on the 1st of February, and the song is called All the Girls.
Okay, define all the girls. What's that about?
Yeah, see, no, I don't want anybody thinking that.
Why, is there one special girl?
Yeah, it was about one girl I met about 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's about a lost love, really?
Yeah, you could say that.
I could say that. Well, Aaron, come here to me, man. What is your plan? What have you been up to the last while? Like gigging-wise and stuff like that. What are you planning?
The past couple of months, I've been writing and recording new music. I've been doing a lot of promotion on radio stations and a lot of social media work as well.
30, how many 30,000 fans are on Facebook, is it?
Nearly 40.
Nearly 40,000, and this man has nearly 1.4 million views on a video from his page.
And you're wondering why I was starstruck when he said hello. So, Aaron, I follow you on Instagram, and you seem to be a bit of a fitness enthusiast. Is that all? What's your story? What's your training regime, or is it just a case of sitting in and eating popcorn like you told us 5 minutes ago?
Low-calorie popcorn. No, I used to be very overweight a couple of years ago, so I just kind of got addicted to training, and I found it was a very good medicine for depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
So it really helped me a lot. Like if I don't train, like I start feeling very down on myself and stuff. So I always say if I can better myself physically, why not emotionally? You know.
Aaron, come here to me, man. What are we to expect in the next 12 months? I know you set up on your Instagram and your Snapchat, of course, that you're planning a lot, but you've got a lot of work done, because I know you personally, so I know what the sauce is. But for those people who don't know what you're about and what the plan is for 2019.
I think the plan is to give it all, give it everything I have no regrets, come outside the comfort zone and experiment with music, different styles, different stuff like that. I can't really put myself in one category, so I just want to try different styles and see.
Will we see you on our TV anytime soon? Are you going to do any more talent shows?
I actually got requested for one, but I actually turned it down.
Oh, yeah.
Are we allowed to know which one?
Britain's Got Talent.
And was there a reason why you turned it down?
I just didn't want to be the guy that everyone's seen on TV all the time and be like, oh, this guy's just getting exposure from TV. I want to show the grind and the hard work, like, you know what I mean? I want to show the harsh rejections you can get in the industry, so I want to grind.
Aaron, on the last note, do you want to introduce your new song? It's very exciting.
Yep, my new song comes out on the 1st of February and it's called All the Girls.
And where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, and my name on Instagram is @AaronJGraham, and then I'm on Facebook, just Aaron J.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you for being our select song of the week. We're going to play your new single right now in full on the We Need More Friends podcast. Aaron, thank you so much.
I need more friends.
Hey!
Thanks, man.
I'm kinda messed up. I lost my best love, every day is rough, and you know that you're not enough. Damn, what the hell was I supposed to do? Never let me in and I couldn't get close to you. Everything you said, running through my head. Now that I lost you, I know what it meant. The day you walked away is the day I found pain. Nowadays I feel okay until I hear your name.
I listen, completely all I am, you know. I listen, completely all I am, you know.
You say it's an act, you're the one with the mask. Lied on my face and you stab me in the back. Obsessed with the concept, fix your own mess. Bigger than we fight, now you shoot me that long text. Never let me sleep, open my eyes, I'm sick of watching you leave. For better or for worse, and you know it really hurts, but I don't give a damn, cause that's not what I deserve. It's about being there when times get rough. It's about being there when times get rough. It's about being there when times get rough. It's about being there when times get rough.
I listen, completely all I am, you know. I listen, completely all I am, you know.
You say that you got me, double cross me, out for revenge with your friends, but you lost me. Last time I saw you, you say that I've warned you. I'm the type of girl you don't wanna talk to, hey. Now I guess I didn't listen, but you can't be touched. You're like a limited edition, say you need space, so you push me away. There's a lot on your plate, what kind of game do you play?
I listen, completely all I am, you know. I listen, completely all I am, you know.
Lots about honesty, lots about trust, lots about being there when times get rough. Falling out so many times you would pick me up. I'm addicted to this feeling, got me on this kind of drug.